Admiral Tark stood at the viewport, the Galactic Sentinel asterisk. His four eyes narrowed as he watched the sleek vessels of the Vortian fleet approach the small blue planet. His scaled fingers tightened around the command rail. "They're entering Earth's defensive perimeter, Admiral," reported Lieutenant Mira, her tendrils pulsing with concern. "Open a channel," Tark ordered. The holographic display flickered to life, revealing the sharp-featured face of Commander Dren of the Vortian Imperial Forces. "This is Admiral Tark of the Galactic Coalition. You are entering protected space. The Sol system and planet Earth are designated as a sovereign territory under Coalition Resolution 7293. Withdraw immediately." Dren's lip curled into a smile that revealed too many teeth. The Vortian Empire acknowledges no such resolution. Humans possess resources and genetic material valuable to our research. We will take what we need. Tark's outer heart began to beat faster, but his voice remained steady. "Perhaps you misunderstand. This isn't a negotiation. The Coalition has unanimously declared humans are off limits. And why should one primitive species receive such special protection?" Dren scoffed. "They've barely reached their neighboring planet." Tark gestured to his communications officer to cut the audio feed temporarily. "Alert our fleet, battle stations." Turning back to the screen, he re-established the connection. "Commander Dren, I served during the Arcturus conflict. I saw what happened when the McClary tried to subjugate a human colony." Tark paused, memories of fire and destruction flashing through his mind. What the humans lack in technological advancement, they make up for in tenacity and tactical creativity. But that's not why we protect them. "Enlighten me," Dren replied with obvious disdain. 2 centuries ago, when the Coalition first discovered Earth, we observed them closely. Despite their divisions and conflicts, despite having no knowledge of the greater galactic community, humans had developed something rare, a persistent, evolving concept of freedom and individual rights. Their greatest achievements came not from uniformity, but from diversity of thought. Tark's secondary eyes blinked as he continued. The Council realized that humans represented something precious. Most spacefaring civilizations achieve unity through conformity. Humans were forging unity while fiercely protecting individual liberty. That experiment must be allowed to continue, undisturbed by outside influence. "A charming story," Dren replied, "but the Empire requires—" "Let me be clearer," Tark interrupted. "We don't protect humans for their sake alone. We protect them for ours. Their unique social development represents a valuable alternative to the homogenized thought patterns that dominate most advanced species, including your empire." On his command console, Tark could see the Coalition fleet moving into defensive formation. 12 warships, each carrying enough firepower to level a continent. The Coalition has unanimously agreed that humanity must develop on its own path, without external manipulation or control. Their unique perspective has already provided insights that have benefited countless species across the galaxy. Dren's expression hardened. "The Vortian Empire does not recognize the right of the Coalition to." "This is not about rights," Tark cut in. "This is about consequences. If you cross that line, you face not only the Coalition fleet, but also the humans themselves. They may seem primitive, but their history is filled with examples of overcoming overwhelming odds when fighting for their freedom." Tark leaned closer to the display. "Furthermore, while humans remain unaware of our existence, we have established agreements with certain Earth governments. Their defensive capabilities are more advanced than your intelligence suggests." This last part was a bluff. The Coalition maintained strict non-interference policies with Earth, but Tark had studied human poker strategies during his xenocultural training. Tension hung in the air as Dren consulted with someone off-screen. Tark used the moment to check the tactical display. The Coalition forces were now fully deployed, a protective barrier between the Vortian fleet and Earth. "We uphold their freedom not because they cannot defend it," Tark continued, "but because the concept itself is worth preserving. Humanity's path may eventually lead them to join us among the stars as equals, bringing with them perspectives none of our species could develop on our own." Dren finally responded, his voice tight with restrained anger. "The Vortian Empire will withdraw, for now. But this matter is not settled. It was settled 200 years ago." Tark replied evenly. Humans are off limits. Remember that before you return. As the Vortian ships slowly turned away, Lieutenant Mira approached the Admiral. They're retreating, sir, but I doubt this is the last we'll see of them. Tark nodded. Indeed, but today, humanity continues its journey undisturbed. Sir, Mira asked hesitantly, is it true what you said about human perspectives benefiting the galaxy? Tark turned away from the viewport, where the blue planet still shone against the blackness of space. More than you know, Lieutenant. The philosophical concept of individual liberty, coupled with collective responsibility, has helped resolve conflicts on 12 worlds already. Their art has inspired a renaissance on Beltrax IV. Their mathematical approaches have advanced our understanding of dimensional physics. He gazed at the tactical display as the Vortian ships moved beyond the system boundary. We uphold their freedom because someday they may uphold ours. Every species in the coalition was guided into galactic society by older civilizations, our development shaped by external influences. Only humans have the opportunity to join us, having charted their own course. And if they choose a dangerous path, Mira asked. That is their right, Tark replied. Freedom includes the freedom to fail, but based on what we've observed, I have faith they'll find their way. Until then, we stand guard. As the Galactic Sentinel adjusted its orbit around Jupiter's moon Europa, Tark issued orders to maintain the watch. Earth continued its rotation below, its inhabitants unaware of how close they had come to interference, and how fiercely their right to self-determination was being protected by the stars above.